Day. Something in here's not right today. Why am I so uptight today? Paranoia is all I got left. I don't know what stressed me first, how the pressure was fed, but I know just what it feels like to have a voice in the back of my head.
Team Drab versus Team Valdez. Who can raise the most money for Plunge Fest 2015 at Maryland Special Olympics? The loser will take a dip in the Chesapeake during the Polar Plunge on January 24th. To donate to either or both producers, go to thesportsjunkies.com and help raise some money for Maryland Special Olympics.
All right. Kevin McCarthy is going nuts online because they just announced
the nominations for the Oscars?
The nominations for the Oscars. And
all right.
Kevin is out there. He's like tweeting pictures from, I guess he's on the set of the Critics' Choice Awards. Is that going to be tonight? When is that?
Not sure when it is.
He is a critic.
And he gets invited to these things. Kevin, are you there?
Kavina?
What happened to Kevin?
I saw him doing a hit in front of Angelina Jolie's chair.
Yeah.
Where she's going to be
Is Kevin still there?
sitting.
How come he's not coming?
I'm right here.
Kevin.
JP.
Hey, there you are.
Are you in L.A.?
Yeah, I'm in the Critics' Choice Awards venue. I was just standing on the stage that Michael Strahan's going to be hosting tonight.
Right. And so, so that's
Strahan's
tonight.
the host. Wow.
Like you're already in a tux. And what time is it out there? So it's 6 a.m.?
Yeah, it's 6 a.m. I've been up since about 3 because I've been doing live shots about the Oscar nominations since about 4:45 a.m. this morning on Fox 5.
So this is your Super Bowl. They just announced these nominations. Give us some of the big ones. What jumped out at you? Who was left out? All that good stuff.
The biggest surprise was American Sniper. And I saw Sniper about a month ago, and then I saw it again last week. And it is one of the best movies I've seen in years. It's an incredible film. It's funny, when I reviewed the movie initially on Christmas Day, I gave it a 4.5 out of 5, and then I watched it again about a week and a half ago, and I bumped up to a 5 because it's just a really well-made movie. And Bradley Cooper got nominated for Best Actor. Those are the two biggest surprises of the entire thing because, remember, Cooper and Sniper didn't get any nominations for the Golden Globes or the SAG Awards. So the fact that that movie got in there, because after Eastwood grabbed the DGA nomination, which is Directors Guild Association, that kind of solidified the fact that the movie would get nominated for Best Picture. But Cooper getting in there, that is a massive surprise.
So who does that bump out?
And no one's really seen it yet. I mean, no one has seen it.
Yeah, for people ask me all the time on Twitter, how is Sniper eligible for the Oscars this year? Here's why: because they released it on Christmas Day in New York, Los Angeles, and Dallas. That was specifically to get the eligibility for the Oscars, and then it opens wide this Friday everywhere else, like over 3,000 theaters. They're saying right now that the movie could pull in $50 million this weekend, which is huge.
All right, so hold on. Who did it bump out? So, like, for Best Actor and for Best Picture?
Right. So that was an interesting thing. The three definites that were definitely going to get in there were Benedict Cumberbatch for The Imitation Game.
Looks like
Michael
Jason.
Keaton. Yeah, exactly. Michael Keaton for Birdman and Eddie Redmayne for Theory of Everything. Those were like the three definites. Everybody was wondering, who are the other two going to go to? Could it be Cooper? Could it be Steve Carell? So what happened was David Oyelowo, who is the lead star of Selma, who plays Martin Luther King Jr., that was the one that didn't get in there that I thought was definitely going to get in there. Also, huge. I mean, that was the big deal because you thought he would be nominated. So Steve Carell got in there as well, which was a massive surprise. I mean, everyone was considering him for a long time. Then he kind of fell off. His steam kind of ran out, and he got back in. So it's a huge list for that. Steve Carell, Bradley Cooper, Benedict Cumberbatch, Michael Keaton, and Eddie Redmayne. The big snub there is David Oyelowo for Selma.
All right.
Did you like Foxcatcher? Because I really wanted to see it, and then Drab saw it and said it was a yawn.
Here's the thing about Foxcatcher, and it's one of those. Do you remember back in like 2007 when we had Quentin Tarantino on the show, and you asked him what movies he had seen recently, and he goes, I saw Zodiac, and Jason, you and I were so high on that movie, and then he goes, you know what? I admired it, and everyone was like, okay, that means you really didn't like it. That's the same thing I feel about Foxcatcher. I admire the work, I admire the acting, but it is so boring. It's so slow. And the thing is, you can admire it from the filmmaking standpoint. There's some good performances, obviously. Steve Carell is amazing in the movie. I mean, I didn't give it a bad rating. I thought it was a decent movie, but it's not the best. It's not.
I can't see that.
Do you think that American Sniper could actually? This would kind of be an upset because no one really thought it was going to get in there. Could you think it could actually win Best Picture?
No, it won't win. Everything's going to go to Boyhood. Boyhood will win Picture. Boyhood will win Director.
Okay.
Actor is going to go to Eddie Redmayne. Actress will go to Julianne Moore. I think Sniper could maybe take some of the technical awards. I mean, I think Bradley Cooper delivered the best performance of last year. There's nobody better than him last year. And for people who don't know what Sniper's about, Chris Kyle is the most lethal sniper in U.S. military history, over 160 confirmed kills. And I don't know if you guys know the outcome of his story. Obviously, He was brutally murdered in 2013, and the accused murderer is still awaiting trial. He was the accused person is actually a Marine veteran.
Right, it's the guy he was trying to help.
He was
He was trying to help assimilate him back into society after serving overseas.
And that's the saddest part of the whole situation is he served 4 tours in Iraq, and then he comes back to America and he's killed in Texas while trying to help another guy out. I mean, it's still up in the air. The guy's still awaiting trial, but I mean, it's just a really sad story. And
here's my beef with Boyhood. I liked Boyhood. It moved me, right? To see the kids grow up and everything, it really hit home. But nothing happens in the movie. How can that be the best movie?
Because it's unique.
I think what you're missing, Eric, is that with movies these days, our attention spans we want things to be over the top and exciting. Boyhood is basically our daily lives. So when you think about when you go to a film, you expect to be like blown away by special effects and over the top action, characters that don't really exist in real life. Boyhood is basically like you're watching real life. So I think what you're expecting when you sit down in the movie theaters, you want to be taken away.
I want there to be somewhat of a story. There really wasn't much of a story.
There is a story, Eric. If you were to write a book about your son's life, that would definitely be a story. He grows up, he becomes a lacrosse star, all these things. And there's just elements there. That's a story. That's your son's story. So this kid's story is he's growing up from 6 to age 18, dealing with a divorced family. I mean, you have to think about the subtlety of that movie. That's the brilliance.
It's very, very subtle. All right, so you think it's a lock to win all the key ones? The key awards?
Question. Boyhood will take Picture. Linklater will take Director. Redmayne will take Actor. If Cooper upsets, that'll be amazing. Some of the biggest snubs, by the way. How the heck did Lego Movie not get nominated for animated movie? That movie was incredibly great. I'm sure, Cakes, you saw Lego Movie, right?
I did. It was a good
fantastic.
movie, even for adults. It was enjoyable.
Well, what got nominated?
I don't have the list.
Song of the Sea, Box Trolls, I don't know, a bunch of other.
What about documentary? That doesn't get a lot of attention. Were there any good documentaries this year?
The big documentary that got snubbed was actually the Roger Ebert documentary, Life Itself. So that was a big deal that was nominated, considering how much Ebert gave to the film community and making films such a great thing for people to review and see. So that was kind of crazy that he wasn't nominated. That movie wasn't nominated for Best Documentary. But it's interesting. There's a lot of great nominations this year. But you look in the actress category, Jennifer Aniston didn't get in. Remember, she was nominated, I think, for a SAG and a Golden Globe. Don't quote me on that. I think she was, but that was a big surprise that she wasn't nominated.
Who are the supporting? Who's going to win supporting for each side?
Supporting will go to a guy named J.K. Simmons. He plays a jazz instructor in a movie called Whiplash, which is one of the scariest movies I've seen in a long time.
People are jocking that movie.
What's that about?
Dude, that movie, oh my gosh. So Simmons plays a jazz conservatory instructor who's pushing a kid beyond his limits.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it couldn't be a scary movie, but the things he yells and screams at this kid are unbelievable. And there's a great line in the movie. I think parents should take note on this. He goes, the two most harmful words in the English dictionary are good job. And it's an interesting point because if you grow up telling your kids good job all the time, are they really going to continue pushing themselves past the limit of when they were told good job?
Yeah,
that's kind of like the whole theme of the movie.
All right.
It's really good.
All right, what about supporting actors?
J.K. Simmons, by the way, is the guy who's in that goofy commercial.
He's in the Farmers Insurance commercial.
Yeah.
I got to Google him.
You definitely know
You've seen him in 100 movies. He's always like
He was in Spider-Man.
He's always like the second or third guy.
Golden Globe, correct? Bald guy?
Yeah, he won the
All right,
Golden
who's
Globe.
going to win supporting actress?
Supporting actress is going to go to Patricia Arquette, who's
For
by the
Boyhood,
way,
she was good.
I'm at this Critics' Choice Awards thing tonight, and that when during commercial break you walk around and try to meet people, and that's the one table I want to go to. My favorite movie of all time is True Romance.
No,
So
really?
You've never said that before.
I want to meet her so bad.
Is this
And,
the one where you got your picture taken with Leo last year?
Yes.
This is the
yes.
same award show?
Yeah, Leo was here last year. By the way, did you see didn't Scorsese just direct a commercial with DiCaprio and De Niro? I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it came out yesterday.
No, I haven't seen it.
Don't know. You're the entertainment insider.
Don't you feel nubs going up to these celebs? I mean, it's cool when you get the picture, but asking for the picture every commercial break?
Well, that's the thing. You know me. I'm a fan, so that's the weird thing about my job is yeah, I got to be professional. But when you're in a room with people like Christopher Nolan, who I'm like admiring, a huge fan of,
Would I
I'm
even
going to
know
go up and
him?
ask her for a picture.
No chance.
Batman Begins, the Batman movies.
You wouldn't know him if you saw him.
Yeah, I
no
wouldn't
chance.
know if I saw him.
Of course
right.
not.
Right.
He did
Kevin posts these
Interstellar.
pictures of him with these directors, and he says how scared he is, and it's
Right.
the highlight of his life, and I don't even recognize them.
Dude,
Right, you don't know what Wes Anderson looks like.
No.
Oh, I'm definitely going to I want to meet Wes Anderson for
So
sure.
who's
By the
on
way,
your hit list? So who's on your hit list for tonight so we can look for it? If people want to follow you on Twitter, it's what, Kevin McCarthy TV?
Yeah, Kevin McCarthy TV. The main ones I want to meet tonight are Eller Coltrane, who's the boy in Boyhood. I want to meet Patricia Arquette. I want to meet Christopher Nolan. I want to meet Rosamund Pike, who plays the girl. Did you guys see Gone Girl?
Yes.
Oh,
No,
my God.
didn't
Kevin.
see
Why does he
that.
always ask
Yeah.
the same
Seriously,
question
Kevin.
every single week?
Let me just say something, Kevin. Why are you so stupid?
Yeah. I actually, because you know
Hold on,
what?
give him time. Can you answer that?
Jason, you and I have talked about Gone Girl. I know that.
BDK, he asked you a question.
You've
Can you answer that?
You've asked that question.
He asked
probably
you a question.
You know why? Because
15
he's fake.
times.
He doesn't listen to the show anymore.
I think
he
you're
has
right.
too many famous friends,
Kevin.
and he
Eric,
just doesn't know.
Hold
Eric,
up.
Eric,
Don't
you're
let him
insane.
escape
First
the
of all,
question. I want to hear him answer that. Can you answer
I
that
am
question?
I am stupid.
Right.
The reason why I'm so stupid, I don't know why. But Eric, you
I
realize
blame your
that
parents. I'm sorry. I just blame your parents.
Eric, you realize that I work I work.
I
on a show
know,
when you
I
guys
know,
are on
I
here.
know.
But here's the deal. You ask us that every Friday, and we tell you yes.
So he
You
doesn't
actually
listen.
asked it last week, Kevin.
He doesn't
I
listen.
can't remember who'd seen it.
I'm
sorry,
the only
forgive
one
me.
I think that hasn't seen it.
Yeah,
Okay,
Cakes is
okay.
the one.
Your boy.
yes,
Jason, I know
yes,
you
she
saw
was.
it. I couldn't remember. Eric, I know you saw. I listened to your review of Birdman. I listened to your
That's
review.
a
I know
stupid
you saw
one.
Boyhood. So
I liked
just-
Boyhood, but it's a little slow.
yeah, Birdman's silly. By the way, if you haven't seen
By
Birdman,
the way,
By the way,
I
I
recommend it.
thought Unbroken was much better than what the reviewers are saying.
Dude, I liked Unbroken too, JP. I thought. I mean, I know you and I discussed this before, but I mean, I just think it's a movie that was really well made. It got shut out at the Oscar nominations, except for Roger Deakins got a Best Cinematography nomination. That's about it. No nomination for Angelina Jolie. Jolie will be here tonight. She'll be here with some of her cast from.
I saw
Brooklyn,
you
who's
standing
nominated
by
for
her
Best
chair on your Fox hit.
By
All
the
right,
way,
man.
hold on. Don't you think it's kind of nubs that Kevin initially gave American Sniper 4, and now
No.
he sees all the hype, and now he changed it to 5?
I didn't give it a 4 originally. I gave it a 4.5. Eric.
Yes, that's
and
terrible.
Then, and then 2 weeks ago,
You can't
before
change
any of
it.
that
this
means no
happened-
conviction.
Yeah, you can't change your
Oh, you-
review.
so he did change it?
Yeah, he said he changed it.
No. I said I saw it a second time, and I bumped it up a half a
Jumping
point.
on the
I
bandwagon.
think he
He's
has
jumping
that.
on the
I think
bandwagon.
he has that liberty.
You think he does?
Sure, why not?
Oh, wait. How is there any bandwagon if I gave the movie a 4.5?
I thought
on
you said a
Christmas
4.
Day,
You
but,
should-
but no, a 4.5 before it had any Oscar steam. And then I saw it 2 weeks ago, and I gave it a 5 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
I'm pretty
I
sure
gave
you
it a
go.
5 based on the trailer. It's not hard.
I'm
It looks
pretty
great.
sure he just goes to Rotten Tomatoes and see what's the critical consensus, and then
No.
he gives something in that ballpark.
I don't even think he sees the movies.
Yeah, right. I've seen Sniper
He just gets the
twice.
stubs.
First of all, the beauty of the internet is you can go on the internet and watch my video from December 25th.
Oh, my
before
God.
American Sniper had any Oscar buzz.
Kevin, we
whatsoever.
gotta
I gave it a
run.
4.5.
All right,
Yeah.
buddy.
Thanks
All
for
right.
the insight.
Thank you, Kevin.
I love you guys.
All right.
bye.
At Kevin McCarthy TV. You want to hit him up on Twitter. You can follow him at
He will be-
nerdtears.com.
He will be a fun follow this evening because every commercial break, he and his girlfriend will go up to these celebrities and he'll get his
Ask for
picture
pics?
taken.
But you
with
won't
them.
know who Christopher Nolan is.
No,
based
but
off
when he does it
looks.
with Angelina Jolie
Right.
or Leo DiCaprio, you know those donks.
Yep. All right, coming up next, we're going to talk some college hoops. Terps, big win last night. They're 16-2. Seth Davis from CBS Sports joins us to talk some college hoops.